I'm in Tokyo, Japan, with a new invention that takes home coffee brewing to a whole new level.
That, my friend, is the Dragon. Problem is, I gotta find someone to make maybe 5,000 of them.
But I'm quickly learning that my in-your-face American style,
I'm the loudest person in Japan.
won't get me far in a world of formal traditions.
I mean, just slow down. Don't be in a big hurry to get to the point.
Definitely.
That totally describes me. This is no, it's not me at all.
So I'll need a crash course in Japanese culture.
Show me the Tokyo business way.
Yes. Ice bucket.
And a strong stomach
Like a fried chicken.
to breathe life into the Dragon.
How am I doing?
They say you only live once. I say you only live once you see the world. I'm Todd Carmichael. I left the farm at 17 and never looked back. Along the way, I set a world record trekking to the South Pole and built a business hunting coffee in some really dangerous places. If there's one thing I've learned, the most interesting journeys start when you least expect it.
Come on, Hollywood, keep up. Don't get caught in the riptide.
Tokyo, Japan. The biggest city in the world. It overwhelms the senses. 38 million people living in what's considered the most modern city in the world. And at the same time, curiously bound by honor and traditions of an ancient past. That's the reason 5.6 million people visit each year. For the centuries-old customs and glimpses into the future of fashion, food, and of course, robots. They're literally 10 years ahead of the rest of the world. It feels at times as if they're on the cutting edge of, well, everything. Blink once in Tokyo, and everything changes. Blink twice, and well, this happens.
The outrageous metropolis of Tokyo. It can be described as eccentric, quirky, even bizarre. But there's one word that describes the people of Tokyo best, and that is obsessed. And the most recent obsession, coffee.
Japan is the third largest coffee importer in the world. They're known to spend upwards of $1,000 a pound for the best beans. But the Japanese penchant for precision and attention to detail is the real reason I've come here. Because I have a groundbreaking, intricate piece of glasswork that needs to be produced. Meet the Dragon.
It's never been seen before. You want to look at it? Yeah. I got one here in my assassin case. Wow. This thing is just a mad riff on what's called a siphon.
The siphon is a complicated glass brewing device that only the pros use, rarely seen outside of high-end cafes and barista competitions. But the Dragon gives anyone at home the ability to make a championship-quality cup of coffee.
Simple pour-over brewer. Pour coffee and water in this side, a little bit of water on the outside, wait 3.5 minutes, and pull it out, and boom! At the end of the day, you're as good as me. That, my friend, is the Dragon. And it's ready. Problem is, I gotta find someone to make maybe 5,000 of them.
Yeah, that should be easy.
I admit, the Dragon does look like something you might find in a specialty shop in, say, Colorado. Why not just get it made there? Truth is, precision manufacturing isn't a hallmark of bong making. Believe me, I checked.
What we need to do is get this thing mass-produced. Lucky thing, we're in the right city to get that done.
Japan is the one place that can make 5,000 of these babies, and every one of them will be flawless. The problem? The way business is done here is, well, different. In fact, it's the opposite of the way business is done in the States. I'm the client, I've got the cash. But in Japan, that's not enough. Here, the client or the buyer needs to prove themselves a worthy business partner before the Japanese will enter into an agreement. If they don't like you, they don't take your business. Plain and simple. Maybe that's why they've had 15 years of recession, but that's a whole other story. The company I'm trying to seduce is UCC, the biggest coffee name in Asia, and the only company with the capacity and experience to mass produce my brewer. So, to convince UCC to partner with me, I'm getting my introduction on neutral ground at a UCC-sponsored brewing competition. Get ready for a coffee geek fest.
It's hard to express how much tension it is to someone who doesn't do it. You know?
So, believe it or not, I've competed in brewing competitions just like this one. And that's points for the conversation I'll need to have with this guy, Mr. Baba Haruna from the Specialty Coffee Association. He's the gatekeeper to the executives at UCC that I need to meet with. But he doesn't speak a lick of English. Luckily, I have Shino in the middle to translate.
1940年代ぐらいに日本で流行りました。
To be winner as a national champion, we can show to the world what we are doing.
The sweat, the focus, a complete surrender to the quest for perfection.
Oh yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it. I'm the loudest person in Japan, even when I'm using my indoor voice. It's very quiet. Yeah.
So far, I think I've embarrassed my translator, and Mr. Baba has barely said a word. Somebody's got to break the ice.
So for you, Mr. Baba-san, that I could present to the executives, UCC, the Dragons, would that be possible?
お見せしたいんですけれども、それって可能ですか？
可能です。
Of course,
It'd be
it's
fun, of
possible.
course. It would be a very big honor to brew for you and the executive staff at UCC.
Meeting secured. 1 week from today. It's fairly clear I'm going to need a crash course in Japanese business etiquette. I've got a lot to learn about doing business here, and there's not a lot of time to learn it.
The rules are different here. I mean, deep-seated cultural rules that are often unwritten, that turn guys like you and me into bulls in a china shop as easy as, I don't know, blowing your nose.
So I can't blow my nose?
You can't blow your nose.
Yes, it's considered rude to blow your nose in public, put your hands in your pockets. Pointing with your chopsticks is a definite no-no. And business here also comes with its own set of rules. To get this right, I need to immerse myself in the nuances of Japanese business culture. So let's go right to the source. The Japanese salaryman. Shimbashi. Japanese Wall Street. Inhabited by a sea of salarymen, the corporate cogs in the wheel, who are easy to spot since they've worn the same unofficial uniform for the past 50 years. That is, until the Prime Minister announced a major policy shift on national television in 2005. Salarymen are now allowed to wear short sleeves in the summer.
I usually woke up like 6 a.m. and then I go to company, then work until next 3 a.m.
Yusuke Kamasaki, a UCLA graduate and middle manager at a huge corporation in Tokyo for the last 7 years. He knows the difference between the U.S. and Japanese business cultures, and as long as we keep his company's name a secret, he's willing to talk about it.
I mean, do you ever sleep?
I sleep sometimes in the office's bed.
Oh my God. That's just an enormous amount of pressure.
Oh, yes.
How do you deal with the stress? I mean, I thought I had a stressful job, but you have a stressful job.
Japanese salarymen usually come to this place and drink.
But drinking isn't just about relieving stress. It's part of the job. Say your boss invites you out for a drink at 2 o'clock in the morning. You have no choice but to say yes.
Maybe I'll follow you around a little bit tonight. Can I do that?
Yes,
Can you show me
I can
the
show
Tokyo
you.
business way?
Yes.
Okay, I think I have more to learn.
Follow me.
Okay.
I don't usually drink on the clock, but I'm not one to turn down a couple beers. Yusuke, on the other hand, is drinking like his next day off is at the bottom of that glass. I've had maybe 2 beers in the time that he's pounded 6.
What is the longest stay that you ever had in your office?
Most longest one is in 4 days.
You went to work one morning and you didn't come back for 4 days.
Yes.
Oh, that's just sick. All right. Baracho.
Yes.
Unending flow of beer.
Let me go pee.
Oh, yeah, you can go pee. Help me with some of this beer, man, could you?
Yeah, you having trouble keeping up with that guy?
I know you don't drink on the job, but
I'll make an exception.
thanks, buddy.
Oh.
There he is. Hey, how are you?
Follow me.
I follow you? Okay.
Follow me.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Follow me.
Oh, wait, your umbrella. Oh, and your briefcase. All right, let's start that over. All right.
I usually forgot everything.
Oh, yeah? I do that, too.
Next stop on the Cellarmen tour through the Looking Glass, a meetup with Yusuke's coworkers for more drinking. I see this as an anthropological experiment, and I'm committed to seeing it through till its inevitably tragic conclusion.
My normal phrase. Usual drink phrase.
Okay, right here. You coming, buddy?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, man.
Okay.
Coming here.
There you go.
Oh, my God. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but for real. Whoa, jeez.
Things are about ready to go full tilt. But it's too late to back out now.
This
Very
is
small
an entrance to Wonderland Island.
To like Fantasy Island?
Yes.
I came to Tokyo, the biggest city in the world, to convince a company to mass produce my brewer, the Dragon. But after a few hours here, it's clear I have a lot to learn about Japanese etiquette.
I'm the loudest person in Japan.
My friend Yusuke, agreed to show me how business gets done in Japan. Next thing I know, I'm trapped in a day-glow dungeon with a drunk salaryman.
What the hell?
This way,
Are
please.
you in, buddy?
You are arrested.
Okay, I'm arrested.
Getting handcuffed has never ended well for me. International sign for, it's too late to run. The Japanese love their themed attractions, and this place seems to be some combination of prison, funhouse, and meth lab.
Hey guys. I'm Todd. Wow. Oh, jeez.
You're gonna be Frankenstein.
I'm gonna be a drunken Shane.
To get through this research mission with my liver intact, I have a strategy. Taking 1 sip for every 10 neon shots they toss back.
When you drink, we have to praise.
Oh, you have to support
You
your
have to
drinking.
cheer. This is the way you drink.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Cheers.
Ice bucket.
Now is getting really weird. I mean, seriously, insanely, only in Japan weird.
That's outrageous.
This guy. This guy. Oh my God.
Yeah, watch out the eyes. Oh, not in the nose. Not in the nose. That's wrong. Try to do it.
I've heard rumors of the wacky Japanese nightlife, but I always figured the tales were somewhat exaggerated. This is officially nuts.
Oh my God. Welcome to Tokyo. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just watched Yusuke hump a zombie, and I got a shot of alcohol up my nose with a syringe. I think that might be my cue.
Is it getting weird in here, or is it just me?
It's not just you.
Try to slip out the back, all right? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah.
I think it's safe to say I miscalculated. Yusuke's crowd is fun, but what would really help me is to speak to someone who's an outsider and bend through the ropes here.
Now, this is absolutely more my speed. What's gonna happen?
This is the way I like to have a drink. Talk about your local hole in the wall. This place is an actual hole in an actual wall.
Hi. Konbanwa.
I gotta say, your Spanish is really, really good.
Thank you. Yo hablo mucho. Kampai.
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 I don't know what I said to you. I hope it wasn't rude.
Henry Seidel is the CEO and founder of Joto Sake. He's an American guy, an entrepreneur like me, who's been doing business in Japan for a decade. And I have a feeling that we may have a little more in common when it comes to our taste in nightlife.
Ah, sugoi desu.
What is this?
This is salmon testicles.
Salmon testes. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
People in the States think you drink sake with sushi. But if you come here to a sake bar, there's no sushi. There's really flavorful, salty food, rich food, because you have this delicate beverage.
Almost sweet, almost fruity.
Sweet, acidic, and, you know, the kind of food that it goes with is more flavorful.
I should have known I wasn't going to get away with coming to Japan without eating some fish balls. I'll tell you though, better than fish sticks.
That was really nice, actually.
The Japanese have been making sake since the 8th century. No one was even thinking of roasting a coffee bean until at least the 15th.
This is a family that you import to the United States.
Yeah. The brewery was founded in the 1540s. It's now managed by the 15th generation of the family.
Wow. You don't
Of
want to
his
blow
family.
it after 15 generations. So
been
you, as a
importing
gringo,
beans.
have made a deal with a 15-generation sake
Yeah,
producer.
yeah.
How did you manage
How did
that?
that happen?
Teach me the ropes a little bit here.
He was one of the first breweries I imported from, so I did all this research. And I had, you know, all these materials prepared, documentation. You actually have to go that extra distance and having,
Right.
like, presentations.
All right, I got some work to do. How important is dress? Can I look like a guy that's just come off the farms? Or?
I don't think so. You probably want to be suit and tie and more formal.
I packed a lot of those. I have a lot of those.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of those.
I can handle a presentation, but a suit and tie? This may just be my Waterloo.
Definitely take your time. In the U.S., it would be like 10% at the beginning, just shaking hands, meeting people, and then it would be like the other 90% would be like getting into business. Here, it's like the first 90% is all that introductory stuff.
Just slow down.
Yeah,
Don't be in a big hurry to get to the point.
definitely.
That totally describes me. This is it. No, it's not me at all. But I understand what you're saying.
You should come visit one of our breweries and check
Right
it
here
out. Be in the countryside, out near Kyoto.
Can I bring this guy with
You can
me?
bring that guy.
Are you interested in
Yeah,
going to
sure.
Kyoto, man?
After tonight, I wouldn't mind a little countryside.
I want to
Yeah.
see how you interact
Yes.
with the Japanese businessman.
Definitely.
And maybe I can learn a few things from that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
in. I'm in. You're in?
I'm in.
All
right.
Can you put that camera down and have a sake, man?
I've been waiting for you to order me one.
Okay, can you have a sake for the Hollywood?
Henry's Brewery is about 8 hours south of Tokyo. But in Japan, no one drives 8 hours anywhere. In Japan, you take the high-speed bullet train. Over 3,000 trains a day run through Tokyo Station, making it the busiest train station in the world.
The train is amazing. Super fast, beautiful. But the food on the train is not very good. But here in the Depachika, you get the most amazing food.
The Depachika, located right in the basement of a train station, is a massive gourmet first world food court. Or, as my hungover stomach is calling it, heaven.
Whoa! This is not a food court, man. This is like a culinary explosion.
Sushi, fried stuff, gyoza. Choosing's the hard part.
System overload.
You know what, man? We're in Japan. I gotta do sushi, bro. Look at this. You know, after a night with the salary man, I'm gonna have to have a heavy meal. So what's the heaviest? This looks huge.
Futomaki is like the biggest.
So this is like sushi supersized. It's like a giant eel roll. That weighs about 2 pounds. What are you gonna get?
I think I'm probably gonna get one of these. Kaisen don. Basically different fresh fish, and then underneath is rice.
He hates fish.
When in Rome, I'll experiment. You got any tuna over there?
Dude, tuna, look at this.
Simply?
Tuna and scallion. Starter set.
All right, man, let's not miss our train. But what's
these are ice packs. So they wrap it with the ice pack. That way your sushi doesn't get warm.
that
Stays
is
nice and cool.
I love the obsession with detail. I mean, that is Japanese precision for you, baby.
Tokyo Station, where your sushi comes with a tiny cooling pack and your train runs on an average delay of 36 seconds. Precision, efficiency, and obsession. Yeah, I'd say that about sums it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Hollywood, you ready to ride a bullet train?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm with Henry Seidel. He imports sake from a 500-year-old brewery outside Kyoto, and he's invited me to see firsthand how an American does business in Japan.
If you're standing in a station and one of these comes flying by, you're like, whoa.
The Shinkansen, or what most Westerners know as the bullet train, goes 170 miles per hour and carries 400,000 passengers a day. A far cry from the unreliable excuses for trains that have plagued me from Madagascar to Thailand.
Right now, I feel like I'm on a plane. You feel your ears when you go through that tunnel?
Another amazing fact about the Shinkansen is that in the 50 years the high-speed train's been running, there has never been one fatality. I'd say that's a pretty stellar record. And yet, another example of how seriously the Japanese take their obsession with perfection. No mistakes, no room for error. It's the Japanese way.
What do you say we break out the lunch, man?
Yeah, I'm starved. Eel lager, chopsticks. How was that?
Wow, that's beautiful, man.
Fresh sushi, clean, cushy seats, and out the window, the world races by.
Wow, it's good.
In fact, the 310-mile trip to Kyoto only takes 2 hours and 20 minutes, platform to platform.
JR, the Japan route, gets you almost anywhere in Japan.
So the whole country is wired for transportation.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Kyoto.
Let's go. Kyoto.
Our stop, Kyoto, is widely considered to be the most traditional and least modern city in Japan. But the train station? It's a futuristic $1.25 billion architectural marvel. Finished in 1997, it's a modern masterpiece in a region better known for its temples, rolling hills, and traditionalism. After a quick transfer to a local train, we find ourselves in a whole different world. Shakuran Sake Brewery is 140 years old, and Nishorito Marimoto, its owner, is a sixth-generation brewer. Tucked back in the Shakuran Mountains, this place feels like it was lost in time. The other Japan.
It reminds me of like the Switzerland of rice. It's like the mountains, the homes, and the farms are all together, you know?
Yeah, I born in that green roof's house.
That is amazing.
Sake is made from rice. And Marimoto-san has spent his whole life on this farm growing the rice himself to ensure its quality. I've seen a lot of rice fields in my day, but these are what I call some happy plants. The grain is just flourishing here. You can see it in the greenness of the sprout.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
yeah. Nice.
See, that is going to be rice one day, man.
Yeah.
Once inside Marimoto's home, we are served a sweet and some tea, a tradition performed every time someone visits your home in Japan.
お土産を持ってきました。どうぞどうぞ。はい。
Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
頂戴いたします。
はい。
ありがとうございます。
In return, it's customary for a guest to bring a small gift when visiting.
Oh, many kinds of sweets.
Yeah.
Tasty. I like this.
Yeah.
So with all the formalities out of the way, I'm ready to see what the Japanese take on the American businessman is.
Now you do business with an American. Are there things about American conduct that is strange to you?
Sometimes I think American feels is logical steps to make a agreement. But about Japanese, so emotional agree is still important.
Yes.
Sometimes it is crucial.
Do you find that the American speed of doing business in 10 minutes, I have my tea, I eat my food, I try your sake, I go, okay, let's go, and we leave. This is difficult.
Yeah, he thinks they're fast.
Yeah, it's fast.
And they're fast.
I think that the day I meet with UCC, I'll switch to decaf.
I'd like you drink my products at special restaurant.
Chef Yamamoto cuts this fish. It has a very deep and historic meaning. He's one of the only people certified to do it.
We'll taste your sake at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yes.
With someone who has a license to cut fish?
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I would love that.
Shinto fish cutting has its roots in the native Japanese religion, Shintoism. Founded on the belief that all of the elements of nature are to be revered and worshipped. Which might help to explain why, right now, Henry and Marimoto look like they're about ready to take communion. Sixth-generation sake brewer, Nishiro Marimoto, who invited me and Henry to a centuries-old Shinto fish cutting.
This is like one of the times anyone's ever captured this.
Hollywood, are you getting this then?
Oh, I'm getting it.
Yes.
The touchstone of the fish cutting is a filleting done without the fish ever touching one's hands. And its final presentation represents the rock and sea formations found on the beaches of this province. It's a work of art and worship. And now that it's complete, the gods are pleased.
I've been looking forward to trying this.
In sake drinking culture, you don't pour for yourself.
Ever.
You pour for other people, and also you always lift your glass.
Kanpai, cheese.
Kanpai, kanpai.
I just don't understand how you get that flavor from rice. This is the most traditional of Japanese restaurants, called Oroite. It's not a hyped-up sushi spot with an Atami chef they make documentaries about. This is a small, humble restaurant in the hills serving an elaborate multi-course meal that is, in the hands of the chef, a religious experience.
Tofu with uni?
Which is sea urchin, right? Wow.
Ocean flavor. This is like
Sickly
total
good.
sake food.
Each dish perfectly presented, perfectly curated. Eel and octopus, rosefish, butterfish, and tiger prawns. The sashimi was literally swimming yesterday, and today it melts in your mouth.
You just ate the face of that fish.
You eat all of that.
Like the fins, everything. You just.
Sounds crunchy.
Like a fried chicken.
This is like a river of food.
Yeah.
Todd,
Oh my God.
This is a turtle dumpling. This is a first.
soup on turtle makes man strong in night.
The rumor has it that you're a motorcycle man.
Yeah, I love motorcycles.
Like what style of motorcycle?
Very fast.
Okay, so
What kind of motorcycle you are favorite?
back tire, 270, like this. 2,500 cc's with one cylinder right here.
One cylinder. Wow.
And the handlebars like this.
So it's American.
Yeah.
It's really American.
If you come to Philadelphia, we will go for a long ride. And it's just when you're on
It's
the
my
road,
dream. It's my dream.
It's hard to believe that I can come halfway around the world to the Japanese countryside and find someone I have so much in common with. Maybe there is hope for me in UCC.
Man, thanks for inviting me. That was unreal. I had such a beautiful time. Thank you. I'll have a cappuccino. No, I'm kidding. No.
Cappuccino.
I've met with everyone from an overworked middle manager to a sixth-generation farmer, and they've all had some interesting tips. But in the end, business is a dance. It's about action, not advice. So it's time to warm up for the meeting by taking it to the mattresses. Specifically, the tatami mats. I've spent a week in Japan researching how business is done here. The messages of patience back are clear. It's time to see if I can practice what everyone's been preaching. Aikido is an ancient Japanese martial art. It's performed by blending with the motion of the attacker and redirecting the aggressive energy. This is Aikido master Lawrence Marr.
For Aikido, you should be like water. When the water flows down a river and there's a rock, it doesn't physically smash through the rock. It flows around the rock, and that's the least resistance.
Okay, I understand that.
Let's get changed, and then we can start. It starts with a bow. That's the most important thing. Keep this line here, okay? So when you do it, make sure you don't do this, okay?
This shows disrespect.
Yeah. This way is better. I have the good position here.
That is a really good position.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you grab here, I can bring you up, or I can bring you down. So you come down.
I'm completely defenseless.
Okay. You're gonna roll. If you try to grab my shoulder, I move to the side. I grab here.
There we go, I'm done.
Okay, so let's switch. Okay, so now you're in a strong position.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You don't hurt yourself. Are you okay?
Being in the driver's seat for the first time on this trip, I realize it's about feeling his energy, being aware of his strength and working with it, not against it. It's starting to click. After a week in Japan, I've seen and taken in more than I ever expected. A country so rich in tradition and so complicated in culture. I came here searching for business tips and found a whole new philosophy and perspective. Everyone I've met, everything I've seen has driven me to slow down, appreciate the journey, build connections with my surroundings, and apply it all to the forward motion I envision for myself and my company. Now, after learning so much, I have no choice but to take a moment in the most appropriate place I could think of. Face the depths of my weakness and practice the one skill I have always lacked: stillness. How do I put it all together for my meeting tomorrow? How do I connect to UCC and explain to them what I need and what I want to build, and that I'm a worthy business partner? Be like water. Work together. Combine our forces to make the dragon more powerful than I ever could alone. I've done my research, prepared my documents. I'm ready. I came to convince the largest player in Asian coffee, UCC, to mass produce my new glass brewer. Now, after a week here prepping for this, it's time to win this company over and seal the fate of the dragon. UCC headquarters is literally the Smithsonian of coffee. UCC are the biggest guys on the block. Without them, the dragon may never see the light of day. I have my business cards, my documents, my gifts, prepared my presentation. I haven't been this nervous since I married my wife at Victoria Falls. And at least then, I wasn't wearing this itchy, oversized monkey suit. Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a suit in my size in Japan on short notice? The future of the dragon, my company, it all comes down to this. The first impression.
Hello, my name is Todd Carmichael. We would like to thank Mr. Baba-san for inviting us and giving us the honor to brew for you today.
皆さんはじめまして、私はトッド・カーマイケルと申します。
I'm very familiar with your 80-year history and tradition of excellent coffee.
Henry's voice resounds in the back of my head. Slow down, explain who you are, that you've done your research.
Interesting ideas are achieved often by one man. But grand things are only achieved by partnership. I am seeking that partnership.
Per everyone's advice, I go on and on about tradition, research, and relationships. But for the sake of everyone watching, I'll cut straight to the good stuff.
Let's brew some coffee.
Pleasantries and speeches aside, if this coffee doesn't knock their socks off, there's no deal. And I'm going back to the States with nothing but great stories and this crappy suit.
How am I doing? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm trembling. Look at all the coffee everywhere.
Smiles from Baba-san and no sudden embarrassing outbursts. I think maybe this went well.
Thank you again, thank you.
But with the Japanese, you never know until the deal is sealed.
Do I look happy?
Yeah, a little bit.
We sealed the deal! On the skid, and the skid behind it, and the skid behind that are dragons, made in Japan. And they're coming in just as fast as they're selling. That means every crazy, weird fish cutting ceremony, every shot of alcohol in my eyeball, every karate chop, it was worth it. And in each one of these boxes, everything like I brought. Wow, it's perfect. You can't even tell the difference. Look at that beautiful device, man. That's just pure craftsmanship. Japanese style, pure perfection. I can't believe we pulled that one off, my friend. Why don't you put your camera down and I'll make you the best cup of coffee you ever had in your life.
I'll take you up on that.
All right.